Quintin, final day of Africa Energy Week. How's the show been for you this year?
Been really good, thanks, Dan. Yeah, I am in J&A's team. This is my first year at Africa Energy Week, but this week, this is my 11th year, I think, at this time of year when it's historically been AOW. But what the boys have done here to take the main clientele and the caliber of attendees, from exploration directors and drilling managers and small operators that we focus on, has been really good.
So before we kind of talk a little bit about the show and the main messages, for those unfamiliar with DQ Offshore, give us a quick overview of your company and services.
Thanks. We provide DQ Intel as a product, a subscription-based product, to upstream service companies, long lead providers, etc., to give them the jump on who that newly appointed drilling manager or drilling engineer is. We lead them to them, whether it's in London or Africa, to when they've just been out making inquiries for a rig or potential pricing for equipment that takes 18 months plus, so they can get in and get on that bidding list. So we're a sales tool.
And one of the differentiators, I would say, knowing what you do, and obviously we see you a lot of these conferences, that personal touch. Would you agree with that, the importance of being here at these actual conferences?
Completely, Dan, thanks, yes. So you get a lot of lists that people can buy, different data streams that people subscribe to. We're old school BD. We're hand to mouth. We go in, me or one of my colleagues will always have had a face-to-face with that said new operator. For example, Rhino Resources that have a huge presence here. I'm proud to say that on our database we've got the historic leads dating back to 2018, and I think Exceed only started really speaking to them 3 or 4 years ago. Here they are now, drilled a handful of wells, very successful wells in Namibia. That and the likes of Galp that Exceed have also done have really elevated the basin. And we were speaking to them when they were Astris Energy, just done 3D seismic, but all along telling our clients this is the guy who to speak to for whatever point they want to jump in on the conversation to put that new sales opportunity on their radar.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that you notice here is kind of the extracurricular events. I mean, the exhibition is fantastic. They've got some fantastic names here. They've got very high-level C-suite personnel.
Yes.
But the extracurricular networking side of things is very important, and where you get a lot of your information from.
Absolutely, Dan. So you just nailed it there. For me personally, you get a handful of things from the talks, but with what I do, it's actually boots on the ground, catching that, there's that exploration director from Murphy or Vitol, and he tells you the projects he's just invested in. This is the guy to speak to down in London, and that's where our leads come from. And so that, you're absolutely right. The networking side is far more beneficial for what we do.
And what have you noticed in terms, you've been here for several years now, what have you noticed about the evolution of what's been happening in Africa, and perhaps like the volume now of UK and European companies coming here?
Good question, Dan. I would say to you that whilst the show has been growing and offering more, it's a great place people want to come, right? And I tell everyone, if there's one thing you do on the calendar, go, okay, Don, you would agree with me, the food's great, once you're here, it's cheap. And it condenses a lot of hard-to-reach places in Africa. But yes, I'm seeing a lot more customers of mine saying, should I go down? Let's face it, with fiscal policy in the UK and stuff, I won't get started on that because I certainly don't agree. But if sales today are your opportunities tomorrow, and folk that have lost a lot of their bread and butter business with like the Apaches leaving the UK, Dan, if they're not focusing internationally on high-growth areas like Africa, well, I don't know what the hell they're doing, because they should be, in my opinion.
Very well said. So final question then really is on the future for DQ Offshore. How do you see that evolving over the next few years?
We're a niche consultancy, and we just want to keep trying to always give in those, we probably provide 20 leads a month on average to our customers, and there's been a few this week alone hearing that we just met a drilling manager who's definitely going to be doing all long leads for a new well next year in Guinea-Bissau, and I don't think a lot of people know about it. So come away from here with a few clinkers, I like to call them, from that, and a load of updates on new personnel so people can search an operator and know who to speak to for whatever involvement they want. So just carry on what we're doing.
Perfect. I was just say thank you so much for sparing some time to speak to us. You've got a wealth of knowledge, and we would encourage anybody to come and engage with you to kind of find out the intel on the ground and what's happening in Africa. So best of luck for the rest of the week and the organisation.
Thank you for your time, Dan. Appreciate it.
Cheers, Q.